Hi, I'm Jody Devere, CEO of Ask Patty Automotive Advice for Women. I'm here at BlogHer 10 having a great time with MotorOilMatters.org, teaching women the importance of purchasing high-quality motor oils and why it is so important for the life of your engine. So here we are at the Motor Oil Matters booth with Dr. Bob Sutherland, who is from Pennzoil and an expert on motor oil, to do some analogies to help us understand a little bit more about why high-quality motor oil matters.
Thanks, Jody. What we're really trying to do is help educate people to really understand just the basics of what motor oil does for your engine. It helps keep the engine cool, it helps keep the engine clean and free of deposits, it protects it from wear, it protects your emission system components, and it even helps with fuel economy. What we have here is just a little demonstration and an analogy to cooking with fryer oil. This is brand new fryer oil that you would put in a deep fat fryer to cook your French fries or whatever. And this is fryer oil that's been in the fryer a little bit too long. Nobody would want to cook anything with this. And motor oil, by analogy, really kind of behaves the same way. When it's in your engine operating, it's collecting dirt and debris and contaminants from the combustion process, and if it didn't collect those products, they would end up plating out on working parts of your engine, which could eventually cause mechanical problems. So A, it's important to change the oil at the right drain interval that the OEM recommends, and B, to use a high quality oil that meets or exceeds the specifications that your car manufacturer sets forth for that vehicle. And at Shell, we make very high quality products, the Pennzoil line and the Quaker State line, that exceed not only the industry minimum requirements, but all the engine manufacturer requirements, because we want to give you that extra confidence and assurance that you're going to have that vehicle for a very long time.
I totally get it. So when I cook, especially if I fry, make sure I'm using clean oil, and same in my engine. I want to make sure that I'm using high quality, clean oil that's being changed on a regular basis to maintain the life of my vehicle, right?
Absolutely, and all of that information is in a little black book in the glove compartment called the Owner's Manual. It will tell you the viscosity grade, the quality level, and how often to change the oil, and that's really all you need.
You've got a big word over here, a big scientific word, viscosity. Can you share what that really means, and how does that relate to motor oil?
Viscosity is really just a term that scientists use to describe how thick a liquid is or how slowly it flows. Your vehicle owner's manual is going to list an oil viscosity, and it's going to come in the form of a number with a W next to it, a dash, and then another number. So let's talk about what that means. For example, at 5W20, 5W stands for winter, and 5 is the weight of the oil when it's very cold. The 20 is the weight of the oil when it's hot. So what we have is a little demo with water, which might be like a 0W20, maple syrup, which might be like a 5W30, and honey, which might be like a 20W50. This is important to your engine's performance, because if this is the viscosity specified for your engine, a viscosity that's too thin could cause metal-to-metal contact and excessive wear. And a viscosity that's too thick makes your engine work harder to achieve the horsepower and fuel economy that it desires, and can actually steal fuel economy from your engine. So it's very important for car owners to look in their owner's manual and choose the right viscosity grade and the right performance level and the right change interval, and that's all collected in the owner's manual for you.
I see. So again, viscosity and selecting the right motor oil is just another reason why motor oil matters so much. And if you need more information, go to MotorOilMatters.org to find out more about that big scientific word, viscosity, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks.
With me today, I have Kevin Ferrick from the API. Kevin, why does motor oil matter?
Well, Jody, I'm glad you asked. Motor oil is considered the lifeblood of the car. It protects the engine, it allows the engine to operate appropriately, it lubricates the internal parts, it cools the engine. There's a lot of important things, but the other important thing to remember about engine oil is that over time it does need to be changed. And it's important to know that when you buy motor oil, you want to look for an oil that is intended to perform properly in your engine. This demonstration illustrates just how hard a dirty engine has to work compared to a clean engine. For the sake of your vehicle's health, don't use low-quality motor oil, and here's why. Dirty engine parts have to work harder to power your vehicle. When engine parts are not properly lubricated with a high-quality motor oil, your engine is not working as efficiently as it should. High-quality motor oil like Pennzoil contain property additives to promote cleansing in your engine. And then you want to test this to see if you can feel the difference between the engine parts of a dirty engine part and a clean engine part. Why don't you take a try on this? The piston on the left is a dirty piston.
Yeah, it feels a little hard to pull.
Now try this on the right.
Oh, wow, much easier. Slides really easily.
This is a very good example of why you want to have an oil that's capable of lubricating the internal parts, keeping the internal parts clean, because you get a better operation of the engine.
So Kevin, what else do you have here that you can show me about, the importance of high quality motor oils?
This is a good example of what an engine oil is going to do once it's inside the engine. The first tube shows a clean, unused motor oil. The middle tube represents a sample of sludge that can build up in your engine when using a low quality motor oil. As all engines burn gasoline, they produce carbon, soot, corrosive acids, and other byproducts that can lead to sludge, varnish, and other harmful engine deposits, which can usually be managed by high-quality motor oil. If left unchecked, deposits on critical engine surfaces can plug vital passages or act as insulators and cause engine temperature to rise to a point where damage can result. The last tube, this one right here, shows a 40% reduction in the same amount of sludge in your engine after the first oil change with a high-quality oil designed to clean up sludge. Less sludge in an engine means better performance for that engine, and ideally it'll have longer life.
So Kevin, that's great. So what's this? You've got some engine parts here. It looks like you've got a durability wear test. What's that all about?
Jody, that's exactly what this is. Oils that have to be qualified to be licensed by API have to undergo a series of tests. This is an example of one type of test that's used. There's about 5 or 6 engine tests used to qualify an oil for gasoline engines. This particular test does measure wear. It takes a trained eye to see whether one is a good or bad. But the goal here is to measure oils and their capability, their ability to be used in cars on the road today. The goal with our testing program and with the tests that oils have to undergo is to make sure that the oils that are in the marketplace meet the requirements set by auto manufacturers. These are the recommendations that are in owner's manuals. The goal here is that when a consumer goes to get an oil change, that they can have some assurance that the oil that's being installed in their car is the oil intended for that engine. Many high-quality motor oils also contain additives to protect your engine from damaging wear, as you'll see here. Excess wear in the camshaft can disrupt your engine's ability to open and close valves, leading to less power and lower fuel economy. One camshaft shows a pass of the Sequence 4A test. The other camshaft shows a fail of the Sequence 4A. While the acceptable amount of wear in this test is so small that it is difficult to see, that small difference can severely impact the health and performance of your engine. Motor Oil Matters is trying to bring to consumers' attention the importance of using high-quality oils in their cars, and it's something that API very much supports. We think it's important to remind consumers that the engine oil is, as they say, the lifeblood of their car. You want to be sure that the oil that's used in their engines is the one that's intended for that engine, is the one recommended by the auto manufacturers, and the one that's going to give them the most protection for their vehicle.
Oh, that's great. Great information. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it at BlogHer 10 at the Motor Oil Matters booth. I want to thank Kevin Ferrick and Bob Sutherland for providing these really informative demos and analogies on why it's so important to purchase high quality, motor oil products for your vehicle. It will absolutely save you money in the long run for the lifetime of your engine. It will protect your vehicle from wear and tear. And just be sure to ask for your motor oil by name. Make sure it's a high quality motor oil and that it's approved by the American Petroleum Institute. This is Jody Devere, CEO, Ask Patty, automotive advice for women by women at BlogHer 10. Because motor oil really does matter to the life of your engine and to having a car you can depend on, I encourage you to take a tour of motoroilmatters.org.